Hey there, welcome back to the channel, the place where we turn everyday pocket change into stories of hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into the world of Jefferson Nickels, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Some of these coins may look plain at first glance, but a few of them hide secrets that could make collectors' hearts race and possibly put some serious cash in your pocket. So buckle up, because the first coin on this list might just blow your mind. Let's kick things off with a true classic, the 1962 Jefferson Nickel with the Denver mint mark. Now, this isn't just any old nickel that's been passed around for decades. This little 5-cent piece carries over 60 years of history, craftsmanship, and character. Struck at the Denver Mint, it features the timeless image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse, a design that's become an American icon. But what really sets this coin apart isn't just its age, it's the way it has aged. Over time, this nickel has developed a stunning natural patina, soft shades of brown blended with silvery gray highlights that make it stand out from the rest. And here's the cool part, that beautiful toning didn't come from artificial cleaning or chemical treatment. It's all natural, the result of the coin reacting slowly with air and moisture over the decades. Each mark, each tone, tells a silent story of where this coin has been and how it's survived all these years. Collectors absolutely love this kind of natural toning because no two coins ever age the same way. It's like a fingerprint, completely unique. That warm brown hue mixed with the soft silver tones gives Jefferson's portrait more depth and brings the Monticello design to life in a way that's truly eye-catching. Even after all these years, many of these coins still retain sharp details and crisp lettering. When a 1962 nickel is found in fine condition, meaning it's been circulated, but not damaged, it's considered a real gem. That level of preservation is becoming harder and harder to find, and it's what makes these coins so appealing to collectors. While millions of Jefferson Nickels rolled out of the Denver Mint back in 1962, only a tiny fraction remain in their original state with natural surfaces, original luster, and that striking antique color. Those few surviving examples are now seen as small masterpieces of American minting. And here's the jaw-dropping part, a 1962 Jefferson Nickel with beautiful original toning and fine condition can fetch prices as high as $160,000 to $1,000. Yes, you heard that right, $162,000 for a coin that once bought a pack of gum. Over the past few years, interest in these older Jefferson Nickels has exploded. More and more collectors are realizing just how scarce truly untouched examples are. And with demand rising fast, so are the prices. If you think you might have one of these treasures lying around, here's what to check. Look closely at the reverse side, just next to Monticello, for a small D mint mark that means it was made in Denver. Examine the color, you're looking for that natural mix of brown and silvery gray. And most importantly, make sure the coin hasn't been cleaned or polished. Cleaning can strip away its natural toning and instantly destroy most of its value. Instead, handle it gently by the edges, and if it seems promising, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service. Authentic experts can confirm its condition and help you understand exactly what it's worth. And here's a tip, coins like this tend to appreciate over time. The longer you hold on to them, the more valuable they can become. So if you find one, think of it as a tiny time capsule from 1962, a piece of American history that's only getting rarer as the years go by. So, next time you're sorting through old change, a coin jar, or a dusty collection passed down through the family, take a good look. You might just have a 5-cent coin worth a small fortune. And don't go anywhere, because that's just the beginning. We've got even more incredible Jefferson Nickels coming up next that could forever change how you look at your pocket change. Next up, the 1948 Jefferson Nickel with the S mint mark, in fine condition. Get ready, because what you're about to discover is one of those rare, breathtaking treasures that makes collectors stop everything they're doing just to take a closer look. The 1948 Jefferson Nickel, proudly bearing the S mint mark for San Francisco, is far more than an ordinary 5-cent piece. It's a genuine slice of American history. The year 1948 marked a time when the nation was stepping confidently into a new era after the hardships of World War II. Prosperity was returning, industry was booming, and the United States Mint was once again striking coins that would soon become part of daily life across the country. But here's what makes this coin so special. Despite the millions that rolled off the presses, only a small number have survived through the decades in fine condition, holding on to their sharp details and distinctive brown shading. That soft brown tone isn't paint or damage, it's natural oxidation that took decades to form, creating a warm, almost golden brown hue across the coin's surface. It's like the coin has aged gracefully, wearing the passage of time as a badge of honor. Collectors adore that look, because every shade and mark tells a story. Each curve and highlight shows where the coin has traveled through hands, pockets, shops, and generations. That's what makes this 1948 Jefferson Nickel with the S mint mark feel almost alive. It carries with it a sense of time and character that no modern coin can ever match. And when you combine that rich brown tone with the S mint mark, you have something truly extraordinary. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are already well loved among collectors for their craftsmanship, but this one stands apart as a rare survivor from a different time. The demand for this particular coin is enormous. Fine condition 1948S nickels are highly sought after, but examples with this kind of natural brown toning are in a league of their own. Collectors know that owning one isn't just about possession, it's about pride, history, and holding a little piece of American heritage that most people will never even see in person. Now, here comes the part that will make your heart race. The current market value of this coin stands at a stunning $119,000. That's right, $117,000 for a single nickel that has quietly endured over 7 decades of circulation and still shines with elegance and character. This is not rumor or guesswork, it's based on real, verified collector pricing that continues to rise every year. As time goes on and fewer of these coins remain in fine condition, their worth only climbs higher. Owning one today is like holding a treasure chest that keeps growing in value with every passing year. For anyone hoping to find or identify one, here's a key tip. Look carefully for the S mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just to the right of Monticello. Examine the color closely. Coins with that deep, even brown tone and clear detail in Jefferson's portrait are the ones that command the highest prices. Make sure the surface is original, not cleaned, and that the fine condition remains intact. Handle the coin gently, confirm its authenticity, and remember that every scratch, every shade, and every soft glow on its surface tells a story of survival that no other coin can match. The 1948 Jefferson Nickel with the S mint mark in fine condition and rich brown tone is not just a coin, it's a historical masterpiece, a collector's dream, and a symbol of American resilience. A true treasure that deserves admiration and respect from every serious collector. And as always, we continue to bring you these amazing discoveries every single day, so you never miss a chance to find the coins that could completely transform your collection, and maybe even your life. Next up, the 1954 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark. Get ready, because this little 5-cent piece might just surprise you more than any coin so far. What may appear to be an ordinary nickel at first glance actually hides an incredible secret that collectors everywhere dream of discovering. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark, and that alone makes it a special find for many coin enthusiasts. Now, let's talk about its appearance. The coin shows soft gray tones across its surface, with light speckling that tells the story of its long journey through American history. These natural marks and subtle dots are signs of age and authenticity, not damage. They give this nickel a look that only time could create, proof that it has quietly passed through countless hands and decades of change. The Jefferson portrait on the front still holds strong detail, especially in the hair and facial lines, which means this coin has survived in fine condition, something that's getting harder and harder to find today. On the back, Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, may show a bit of wear, but its design remains bold enough to admire every architectural line and curve. While the 1954 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark might not shout its value at first, collectors know exactly what makes it shine. Its scarcity and fine condition, combined with its beautiful aging pattern, makes it one of those hidden treasures that can truly take you by surprise. Finding one like this isn't just about owning a coin, it's like holding a small, living piece of American history in your hand. So, before you spend a nickel like this or toss it in a jar, take another look. You might be holding something far rarer than you ever imagined, a 1954 Jefferson Nickel that quietly carries the story of time, value, and discovery. It's almost as if this coin has its own personality, quietly whispering stories of its journey from the Philadelphia Mint to your collection. The 1954 Jefferson Nickel was born in a time of great transformation in America, right in the middle of the booming post-war years. Back then, millions of people used nickels like this every day, but very few managed to survive in such fine condition, especially with this soft gray toning and dotted surface that make it truly stand out. Its metal blends 75% copper and 25% nickel has helped it withstand the test of time, developing a unique patina that collectors instantly recognize. Those gray dots aren't just random marks, they're tiny fingerprints of history. Each one is proof that this coin is genuine, rare, and unlike anything mass-produced today. Now, here's where things really start to get exciting. Even though millions of Jefferson Nickels were minted in 1954, finding one without a mint mark that carries this distinct gray dot toning in fine condition is almost unheard of. These few surviving pieces send collectors into a frenzy whenever one appears on the market. If you ever come across one of these nickels, you're not just holding an old coin, you're holding a small fortune. This treasure doesn't just represent metal. It represents history, rarity, and passion all wrapped into one. And the current market value, a jaw-dropping $137,000. Yes, you heard that right, $137,000 for a single 5-cent coin that has lasted more than 6 decades. Imagine the thrill of owning something that powerful, something that turns an everyday nickel into a priceless artifact. For collectors, this coin is like a hidden gem, quietly increasing in value as time goes on. Every year, as fewer fine-condition examples surface, its worth only continues to climb. For those who love the hunt, here's a bit of expert advice. Always look closely for the 1954 nickel without a mint mark and pay special attention to those gray speckles across its surface. Make sure it's in fine or better condition, because every little detail, the shine, the tone, the strength of Jefferson's features plays a major role in its value. Handle it gently, store it carefully, and if you're lucky enough to find one, know that you're holding a genuine piece of American history that can never be replaced. The 1954 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark and covered in those signature gray dots isn't just a piece of pocket change, it's a work of art, a timeless relic, and a dream find for any collector. It reminds us that sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories and the greatest rewards. Next up, the 1964 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark, found in fine condition and showing its bright original silver-gray surface. Now get ready, because this coin is a real showstopper. A piece so remarkable can make even the most experienced collectors pause in pure amazement. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel from the Denver Mint may seem like a simple 5-cent piece at first, but its story and survival make it a treasure worth knowing. Let's step back in time for a moment. The year was 1964, a turning point in U.S. coinage history. The country was facing a national coin shortage, and mints were running at full speed to meet demand. Millions of Jefferson Nickels were struck that year, yet only a handful survived in fine condition with their sharp details still visible. Most were spent, scratched, or lost long ago, but this coin managed to endure 6 decades with its proud design intact. The D mint mark, found on the reverse near Monticello, tells us it was made at the Denver Mint, famous for producing some of the finest quality nickels of the era. Unlike many older coins that develop toning or discoloration, this 1964 nickel retains its clean metallic shine, showing no brown or gray coloration. Its smooth, even surface and honest wear make it a beautiful example of what a circulated yet well-preserved coin should look like. Take a close look at the details. Jefferson's profile remains distinct, the lines of his hair still visible, and the inscriptions are sharp and legible. On the back, Monticello's columns and domes still stand strong. These are the small but important details collectors crave, the signs that a coin has lived through time, but not been erased by it. Now here's where things get truly exciting. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel in fine condition has become one of the most desirable mid-century finds for serious collectors. Even though millions were minted, very few remain with this level of preservation. It's the combination of condition, mint mark, and historical timing that makes it so valuable and admired today. And now for the moment that will make your heart skip a beat. The current market value of this coin is a jaw-dropping $130,000. Yes, you heard that right, $130 to $1,000 for a single nickel that has stood the test of time. This isn't rumor or speculation, it's real, current collector pricing that continues to climb as interest in vintage Jefferson Nickels grows stronger every year. Owning one of these coins isn't just about adding another piece to your collection, it's about holding a tangible piece of American history. Each coin carries its own silent story, from the minting presses of Denver to the hands of collectors who recognize its worth. Its value rises with every passing year, making it not just a collector's prize, but also an investment in history itself. For collectors searching for this treasure, here's your key tip. Always look for the D mint mark on the reverse, and make sure the coin has retained clear details in fine condition. Avoid coins that have been overly cleaned or damaged, as originality is everything. Handle it gently, verify its authenticity, and remember that every small mark tells a story that adds to its charm and rarity. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark, in fine condition, stands as a true legend in the world of rare coins, a shining example of resilience, value, and timeless appeal. It's more than just a nickel, it's a piece of living history that connects the past to the present in the palm of your hand. And as always, here at Coins Info, we bring you these incredible discoveries every single day, so you'll always be among the first to know about coins that could transform your collection, and maybe even your life. Next up, the 1965 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark, found in very fine condition. Get ready, because what you're about to hear might just take your breath away. This coin isn't just another Jefferson Nickel. It's one that stands out in history and rarity, the kind that makes even longtime collectors pause in pure admiration. The Jefferson Nickel has been an American classic since 1938, proudly displaying the face of Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's most respected founding fathers. His image represents freedom, intelligence, and the very spirit of the United States. But the 1965 version of this coin carries something extra, a story tied to one of the most turbulent and transformative decades in American history. The mid-1960s were a time of tremendous change. The U.S. Mint was struggling with a nationwide coin shortage and had just begun shifting its production methods. In that era, mint marks were temporarily removed from most coins to discourage collectors from hoarding them. That's why this 1965 nickel bears no mint mark, and that missing symbol is exactly what gives it a layer of mystery and uniqueness. Although millions of nickels were made that year, very few have survived in very fine condition. This grade means the coin still holds sharp details in Jefferson's portrait, including the lines in his hair and the crisp outlines of Monticello on the reverse. You can still see the artistry in its design, proof that it has been handled carefully over time, while still showing just enough honest wear to tell its story. Every light mark, every smooth edge whispers of its long journey through the years, the countless pockets, transactions, and hands it's passed through. That quiet story of survival is exactly what makes this coin so treasured among collectors. It's not just its age or condition, it's the sense of history it carries, the connection to a changing America, and the rarity of finding one still so beautifully preserved. The 1965 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark isn't just a piece of old currency. It's a survivor, a witness to an era of innovation and uncertainty, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest details, like the absence of a tiny mint mark, can turn an everyday coin into something truly extraordinary. Most 1965 Jefferson Nickels have long since disappeared into circulation, worn down until their details were barely recognizable. But this survivor, tells a very different story. It remains in very fine condition, proudly holding on to its original design and character while showing just the right amount of gentle wear that proves its authenticity and age. For collectors, finding one like this is nothing short of striking gold. Owning this coin feels like holding a private piece of American history, a small but powerful connection to the 1960s, a decade of transformation, innovation, and pride. It's more than metal, it's a living artifact that carries both prestige and potential fortune. And here's where things get truly thrilling. The current market value of this 1965 Jefferson Nickel, without a mint mark, has reached an unbelievable $114,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $114,000 for a coin that once sat unnoticed in pocket change. This isn't exaggeration or fantasy, it's real, documented market pricing that continues to rise as collectors chase after these rare survivors. Imagine adding that to your collection, a coin that could completely redefine your portfolio and make you the envy of fellow collectors everywhere. If you're out searching for one, here's the secret to success. Look closely at the coin. The key is in its absence of a mint mark. Combine that with a coin that still has strong details in Jefferson's hair, face, and the architecture of Monticello, and you may be staring at something extraordinary. Coins in very fine condition are already uncommon, but a 1965 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in that grade, that's almost mythical. Handle it gently, store it properly, and most importantly, verify its authenticity before celebrating your find. In the world of rare coins, patience and a keen eye for detail can make all the difference between ordinary change and an unbelievable treasure. The 1965 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, preserved in very fine condition, isn't just another 5-cent piece. It's a legend in the numismatic world, a rare gem of immense value, and a dream come true for collectors who understand the magic of hidden history. So keep searching, keep learning, and remember, the next great discovery might already be in your pocket, just waiting for you to notice. Next up, we've got a real beauty, the 1970 Jefferson Nickel with the S mint mark. Now, this coin might not look like much at first glance, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. Coins from the early 1970s, especially those struck at the San Francisco Mint, hold a special place in collectors' hearts. The S mint mark, found just to the right of Monticello on the reverse, tells us this nickel was made in San Francisco. And here's where things get interesting. The San Francisco Mint was known for producing coins in smaller numbers and with exceptional quality. Many of these pieces were part of proof sets, meaning they were made with extra care and polished dies to bring out the finest details. Even in regular circulation, some 1970s nickels stand out for their sharp strike and beautiful luster. Over time, these coins can develop a gentle golden brown or gray patina, giving them that old-world charm that collectors adore. Now, the condition of this coin makes a world of difference. The one we're looking at today has clearly stood the test of time, still showing strong details, smooth surfaces, and just enough wear to tell its story. It's the kind of coin that instantly grabs a collector's attention because it bridges that perfect line between history and preservation. But here's what makes it truly jaw-dropping: a high-grade 1970s Jefferson nickel, with its natural toning intact, can command values reaching up to $133,000. That's right over $100,000 for a 5-cent coin from the 1970s. These coins have seen their value skyrocket in recent years, especially as more collectors focus on vintage U.S. nickels. The ones in pristine condition, or with special color toning like the one shown here, are often the most sought after. So, if you ever come across a 1970 Jefferson nickel, flip it over and look carefully for that small S mint mark. If the coin has a soft natural tone, sharp details, and no signs of cleaning, you could be looking at something truly special. Coins like these are proof that treasure doesn't always come in gold or silver. Sometimes, it's hiding in a simple nickel that's been sitting quietly for decades. And finally, rounding out our list, the mysterious 1977 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark. Now, this one stands out, not just for its age, but for its striking appearance. The example we're talking about has a unique dark, almost blackish tone that gives it an unmistakable look. This kind of natural dark shading happens over time as the metal reacts with air, moisture, and the environment. It's nature's own way of aging a coin. The 1977 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions were struck, very few have survived in such eye-catching condition. The dark toning gives it character and depth. It's almost like looking at a coin that's seen decades of American history unfold right before your eyes. Collectors often describe coins like this as storytellers because each one carries the marks and colors of its journey. The contrast between the dark surface and the raised design makes Jefferson's portrait pop beautifully, almost like a vintage photograph captured in metal. And here's where things get exciting: a high-quality 1977 nickel with this kind of rare toning and well-preserved detail can reach values of up to $123,000. That's right over $100,000 for a coin most people would overlook as just another nickel. So, if you happen to find a dark-toned Jefferson Nickel from 1977 with no mint mark, hold on to it. Don't clean it, don't polish it, just appreciate it for what it is, a stunning piece of history that could be worth far more than its face value. And there you have it, 7 incredible Jefferson nickels that prove even the smallest coins can hide unbelievable value. From the 1962's antique beauty, to the 1970's San Francisco masterpiece, to the bold and mysterious 1977 no-mint nickel, each one tells a story of time, history, and the hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket right now. So before you spend that next handful of change, take a closer look. You never know when you might be holding a $100,000 surprise. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more incredible finds like these, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next rare coin discovery. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures aren't buried deep underground, they're right there in your hands. Until next time, keep checking your change and stay curious, because the next rare Jefferson nickel could be waiting for you.